Mike, even without the whole gun thing, who brings a raw chicken to the airport? Man, place is dirty enough. Listen, here at Open Mic, we like to start the show with a few stories or a hot take on a story that you're not likely to see anywhere else. Now, I grew up in Northern Virginia, in Stafford. I work in D.C., and I live in Maryland now, so you know all the jokes here, they come from a place of love, covered in a rich layer of delicious Old Bay. How about we get things started off here in D.C., where Mayor Muriel Bowser has been reelected to a third term in office.
Let's spend some time in the district now. First up, the race for mayor. The Associated Press projects Democrat Muriel Bowser has won a third consecutive term. She becomes the district's first three-term mayor since Marion Barry.
We saw this coming, right? Muriel Bowser just tying the mayor for life. Marion Barry, don't worry, I will not compare the two because, well, I know that's not going to end well for me. For the record, I like mumbo sauce. My wedding was catered by Yum's Carryout. Now listen, I know it's been 4 years, but Mayor, you will never live down criticizing D.C.'s official condiment. All right, back to the election though. 3 terms is an impressive amount of time to serve as mayor of D.C. 3 terms could also be used to describe a speech by Herschel Walker. Unlike his Senate race, D.C. did not need a runoff. Side note here, please do not tell Herschel that I made fun of him, just in case he does end up making it to D.C. That guy is kind of jacked. Don't want to come in his path. Congratulations to Mayor Bowser and her staff. She led the city through a pandemic and an insurrection, which is more than I had to do to keep my job. And I'm serious. Don't let Herschel Walker see this. I'll be up there covering a hearing on the Hill, and he'll come busting into the room like the Kool-Aid guy. I do run marathons. Think I could outrun him? Eh. All right, let's head to Virginia for this next story, where 50 lucky Metro riders could win a silver ticket to ride the first passenger train on the brand new Silver Line extension.
To be considered, you have to send the transit agency a note about your favorite Metro memory by tomorrow at 5 p.m.
A call to share your favorite Metro memory. How could that possibly go wrong? Remember that time I spent an hour of my life single tracking? My favorite memory on Metro, 2016, here with my daughter Lucia, wondering how much sanitizer I'd have to bathe her in before allowing her back into my house. Now, to be honest, the hashtag #YourMetroMemory is full of mostly positive memories and stories. Like this one from Chris, who wrote, "When I was little, I would always sit right behind the driver's cab and kneel on the seat looking out the front. One day, the train operator invited me into the cab for the ride from Wheaton to Glenmont, one of my favorite childhood memories on Metro." Well, that was really sweet. I think Chris might have landed the silver ticket with that one. Possibly a safety violation back to his days as a kid, but definitely sweet. So Metro's going to select 50 winners to get to take this special VIP ride on November 15th and take part in this transit version of The Plot from Willy Wonka. That new Metro smell before it turns into, man, that Metro smell. Now, being among the first to take this trip would be a great Metro memory in itself. Plus, it's free, and that's always nice. All right, we chose this next story out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, because the jokes just write themselves. TSA officers found a gun hidden inside of a raw chicken, and they tweeted these pictures with the caption, "There is a personal foul here. Our officers at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport made this very raw find. We hate to break it to you, but stuffing a firearm in your holiday bird in time for travel is just a waste of time. So don't wing it. You'll find all the proper packaging info here." Man, TSA. I mean, let's give it up to their Twitter people using up all the bird puns in that tweet. It's really like the scene from a terrible action movie where, Steven Seagal shoots the bad guy and then says, "Did somebody order Kung Pao chicken?" Well, this was a bad idea, probably worse than that joke. But what's worse is that TSA agents had to remove the gun from a bag of giblets. They came to work to fight terrorism, not salmonella. Now, if your airport smuggling plans include raw meat, you're going to get caught because everyone's going to be like, "Why has this dude got a raw chicken here? Oh, look inside." Busted. There has got to be a better way. The poor hen did not give her delicious life to be a gun mule. Criminals, come on. You got to do better. Now, we're going to the United Kingdom for this last story, where a man was detained after he appeared to throw eggs at King Charles III and Camilla, the Queen Consort. Well, they should have added a few charges for those poor throws. Yeah, this is what happens in a country that you spend playing cricket growing up instead of baseball. Now, the king looked completely unbothered by this attempt to ruin his day and his outfit, or he also kind of looked like he didn't know what the heck was going on. Now, I do not condone throwing things at people at all. More importantly, I do not condone wasting perfectly good eggs. I mean, you could have gone scrambled, you could have gone sunny side up. Instead, you went straight pavement. That's just poor taste. The only thing worse would be letting those eggs grow up to become chickens and then using them to smuggle guns through an airport. A Regal callback here. Royal Farms! Shout out to our viewers in Maryland. Man, those Old Bay sliders, yes! Now, this did remind me of, you'll remember this, when an Iraqi protester threw both of his shoes at President Bush. Dude had some mad quick reflexes, and I know this video is sending you back to a time where you're thinking to yourself, man, remember when Republicans ... Well, that egg thrower could have tossed the whole carton and never connected. Now, the incident happened while the king and his wife were visiting York to unveil a statue of Queen Elizabeth II, which is probably what the protester should have been aiming for, since it's not a moving target and didn't have security guards. Or, just don't throw eggs at anything. That's always an option. All right, my favorite story today, got to be Metro's Silver Line ticket. The Silver Line extension, it's been years in the making. Finally, now we can see all that luggage rolled up on Metro all the way out to Silver Line to Dulles. I hope those 50 winners enjoy getting a first look at it, and more importantly, that new train smell.